Inside review, guys. Get right to it. Action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that Kelly Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. You know what to do, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for making us a part of your day. Let's get right to it. Well, before we get right to it and everything, today's my birthday, guys.
Ooh,
I celebrated.
Happy birthday. How old are you turning?
32 years old now. Today's my birthday, and I'm doing what I really do enjoy and love, which is just talk about movies with every single one of you guys, watch movies with my wife, and really just spend quality time with my family and friends. And so it was definitely really it was a work day. I didn't take the day off or anything like that. It definitely was pretty cool because I was like, man, I already had a lineup of movies. And it was at that point to where, like, oh man, it was already my birthday. Almost like I tend to forget. I don't know. I'm bad.
Time flew by. I think because we had traveled a lot in September.
Yeah. We had so we had a week. We traveled at the beginning of September, then took a week off, and then came back. Not a week off, but like week back to work, and then we were gone again. So it definitely felt kind of rushed, or just like, oh man, it's already we blinked and it was already my birthday. I'm already turning 32 years old.
I know.
But yeah, let's get right to it, guys. But what are we talking about, Angela?
So we are talking about, I wouldn't even know what to call the genre, but I will say it was an interesting concept.
Yeah.
So we are reviewing It's What's Inside. It's
What's Inside, guys, tells of a story where a group of friends who have been friends since college actually come together at a reunion right before getting married. One of the friends is getting married and are upon a mysterious box that tends to find out that they could actually do what
sounds impossible.
What's the impossible, right? What's the impossible and everything. And they kind of put these perspectives into like which character has gone through what. And I love that. This is definitely a Gen Z movie. I gotta admit here. There's some stuff that we kind of didn't get at the beginning, but then it kind of made sense towards the middle of the film. But anyways, going into this movie and everything, I really did enjoy. I would call this a comedy horror film that's really unparalleled. It's figuring like, it's not like Who Did It like Clue, but it's definitely you're trying to figure out who's who in a way, and it really embodies that to where like you're trying to figure out. Bodies get switched around and you're just lost. You could typically lost. The first act of the movie is really introductions to every single one. And they do this very well. This is directed by Greg Jerden, which does a fantastic job, I got to admit, by introducing us the characters where they're at in their point of life, which is beyond amazing. And I loved every bit of it because I love it when movies just get you hooked and intrigued right away, and they really suck you into this world that they're showing us and everything, showing the audience. And I love how he didn't dumb it down. It was just kind of like introducing, here's this person, Becca, Cyrus, Shelby, and this is their current situation. This is where they're at in their point of life. But anyways, Angela, what did you think of this movie? What was your first initial reaction after watching this film?
I don't know if I would call it a horror film. Definitely was like thrilling. I think it might be classified officially, but yeah, I didn't get a lot of horror vibes. Like I did, but I didn't. It was more like a thriller because again, it was very much like a whodunit, but like a newer twist on it. Like you had to figure out who's who. Yeah. And there's like a lot of lying, manipulation. Yeah. A lot of like
you're trying to figure out their true colors, literally their true colors.
And it's such a seamlessly flawless way. Like it was you as an audience member would get just as confused as this group of friends, and it was it was so fantastic
because we were literally trying to figure out who's who.
We're literally the whole time we're like, wait, no, that's person.
It's so good.
This no, that's that person. And it's like it's completely crazy, and I absolutely love the wild ride. And I will say it was a very interesting concept, and I think Greg did a great job at writing it, at directing it, keeping it focused on the story. I think the cast did such a wonderful job, not just acting their characters, but acting the other characters that are like the other friends. It was such a great time. Again, I love the cast. I love the direction. It was so, and it didn't need a lot. Like, you know what I mean? It didn't need a whole big elaborate story. Each person had their own kind of small backstory, touched on it just enough to understand it, and of course it plays into the grand scheme of things at the end. And I will say, I didn't expect the ending at all. At all. And it's been a while since I've had a movie like that affects me that way, that I can't guess. Like, I would never in a million years have pegged it. But again, I appreciated that all that much more. And I really enjoyed it, to be honest. I really did.
Yeah, I gotta, when we go to the acting part of it and everything, David Thompson, which plays Forbes, he's actually probably one of the ones who's been experienced as far as like has been in The Green Room, which is a very psychological thriller, has been in different kind of movies and everything. And I really did appreciate his acting in here. Again, these are probably up and comers, and I know we just recognized, or you did, I'm sorry, because you watched Sabrina. I haven't religiously watched Sabrina.
Gavin Leatherwood is in Sabrina, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and I loved him in it. He is fantastic.
He plays that character very, very good. And then and of course, knowing that where the characters are at, this is very entertaining. I did enjoy myself in this movie, guys. This movie is so witty, it's so good, and it's so entertaining. It really is, because of the sayings, the jokes that they're throwing at each other, the backstabbing in here. Like, it literally, if you have a close
These are
group,
supposed to be friends.
Yeah, if you have a close group of friends, or even family cousins like myself that grew up with cousins, or family or friends in general, right? Like big group of them, watch this movie with them. Watch them, because you're gonna see their reaction and yours, and it's gonna be priceless, because I feel like that people are just gonna religiously kind of like see this movie and be like, holy smokes, like would you really do that? Would you really do, like, it's just questioning.
It makes you question.
Yeah, it makes you question like the relationships between friends, best friends, or just a group of friends. And I feel like that it's very relatable, because to a certain degree, to where, like, you know, what if we were put in this situation? You know, and I love that.
I don't know.
It's very comparable.
Like, it's relatable.
Very fluid.
Well, because, like, again, you think you know somebody. Again, these people have been friends for years, right? Yeah. I think they had mentioned it was almost like a decade, because they're out of college, they have their lives. So one of them's getting married. So it's very, you know, relatable, because that's kind of almost where we just passed, I think, like 12 years since. Maybe now going on 13 years since our high school we graduated. Yeah. So it's very much like if we had friends that were, you know, friends with it since then, what would happen if you're put in this weird situation? And it's like so much weird also, because you can't explain it to anybody else outside of this group, because no one would understand because of what's happening. And so it's like your survival kicks in, like, I want my body back, and you're not going to give it to me. Are you who you say you are? Who's this? Like, what do you mean? And it's so much going on, and I really truly wonder if people are put in situations like this, how people would react. That would be an interesting test.
Yeah, and I gotta admit though as well, the cinematography is really good. I really enjoyed the shots of the house, the shots, really the night shots that we got. It was very clear, a lot better than the Amazon Prime movie, which we saw last night, as far as like clarity and everything, because there's a lot of dark shots in here, which are very brighten, if that makes any sense. You could see the characters, you could see who's going, you could see, and I love that. I really did appreciate that. So yeah, he did a great job, Greg.
Yeah, I will say one of my
as far as writing and directing as well.
I will say the cinematography piece. One of my favorite things was, in the very beginning, I think Brooke's character was portrayed as the artist, right? So she showed a piece of art that she worked on, where it was the art, and then she had like the glass that would go over it and show a different person, like a different hidden, if you will, ink. And that was incorporated into the film in various ways, and I really, really enjoyed that. I think it was very clever.
Yeah, the mood, the humor was so spot on. I feel like that it's maybe at the tipping point of Gen Z. People are saying it's the middle, it's the beginning of Gen Z, the end of millennials. I feel like that people are really saying that. This did premiere at South by Southwest as well, so it was selected at one of the few awards that they did have, and so I'm excited to see what moviegoers are really going to check out this film, because I could see this movie being the top film for Netflix, because this does come out on Netflix this coming Friday. So I really can see this to be a very entertaining movie, because this really is. And I can't wait to see what else this writer director is going to put out, because this is something original, something different. And I love how you don't have to fully explain certain things that don't really matter. And that's a good way. It's a good thing, because at the same time, though, you don't need that explanation. You just kind of know this is the beginning, middle, and end, without spoiling it for you, because I don't want to spoil nothing. We're not spoiling nothing here, but it definitely gives you to where, like, I didn't to perspective to where like, okay, I really didn't need that explanation, and it still made sense, you know. And so like in the end of the movie, because you're kind of like, what the hell, and then you're figuring out what's unraveled or what's unfolded here, and
the big reveal,
right? The big reveal, and you're kind of like, okay, I like this, I really do dig this, I love this, and it keeps you guessing. Definitely unpredictable for being a movie the way it is, a very millennial Gen Z, whatever you want to call it, a very just comedy, a very dark comedy, I guess.
Yeah, I would say it's more dark comedy.
Yeah,
again, I don't
a
get
mystery.
It's more mystery.
Yeah.
I don't get horror too much. I get why, if it is classified, why it could be, but I personally don't see it.
Yeah.
I do agree with the mystery because it's very whodunit, but
and this is definitely a lot of grudges that are in this movie. Oh my god.
A lot of past comes out, which again, everyone has a past, and it's a really cool concept to see that. Yeah,
everyone has a past, but then when you have a group of friends that have each other's past to deal with, who have past trauma, that makes sense. I do this because there's a sign that literally has trauma on it. Okay, I'm sorry. That's funny. It's just funny. Trauma's not funny, of course, but it's the fact that the way they're portraying
it's ironic.
It's yeah.
It's ironic.
All right, guys. Ratings 1 out of 10. 10 being the highest. Angela, what do you give this rating? Because I already know my rating.
I'll give it like an 8.5 because again, I really, really enjoyed it, and I didn't expect that ending at all, and I can't say enough good things about the cast and the writer director. Fantastic. Yeah, the chemistry was amazing. I think like I said, the directing, cinematography was all beautiful, and it kept me on my toes. You know, that ending did get me, I will say. You know, for as many movies as we've seen where we can kind of, after like the first act, maybe halfway, we can kind of guess where it's kind of going. I honestly was surprised.
This movie is very well directed in the first act. One of the things I really love and adore is when directors can really intrigue me in the first 10 minutes. And you guys will know what we're talking about after watching the first 10 minutes, because you're really interested. You're really sucked into these characters, to Cyrus, Shelby, and you're really sucked in. You're like, what the hell? Like, why is this guy being a douchebag? It's almost like that kind of, not reality TV, but we love Love is Blind, right? So we watch that show nonstop, but it's almost like that because you're seeing them live their lives, seeing their relationships with the not married, but like boyfriend, girlfriends, fiancés even, or like stuff like that, and just past grudges that do come out, past stories that are coming out right now, coming back with old grudges, coming back with resentful and exactly. So I'm gonna have to give this a solid 8.8 out of 10 because this movie is so damn good. It's so witty, and I enjoyed every bit of it. I really did, and I cannot wait to watch this again when it comes out on Netflix because this movie is so fucking good. You need to go check out this movie, and I cannot recommend it enough. Alamo City Movie Talk does recommend this movie, guys. Check out this movie. I wish it was at theater though. I'm not gonna lie. After watching this movie, same thing with Ariana DeBose's film, so House of Spoils. Movies like that, I really wish we would have seen in theaters, but they did premiere at the film festivals.
I know.
We need to go. We will go watch. We'll be there. All right, guys. So thank you so much for making this a part of your day. Question is for you guys. What did y'all think? Let us know in the comments down below. Are you excited for this movie to come out? It's What's Inside. And don't forget, let's talk movies down below. Let me know. Did you love it, hate it? Or you guys, Ryan, Angela, you guys are crazy. This movie sucks. I have more. Okay, this is how crazy I'm going to sound. I have more faith that you're going to love this movie than Joker Full Ender. That's how crazy it is right now. That's the crazy world we're living in right now. I can't believe I said that because
you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, because I'm biased. I'm for Joker DC's, but yeah, I could back up this movie more so and everything. But yeah, it's just very entertaining film, and I can't wait to watch this again. I put comments down below. Cannot wait for you guys to watch it as well. But all right, guys, thank you so much for making this a part of your day. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Have a good one. Stay safe, San Antonio. See you at the movies.